Peace and love, family. Check it out. Look up Olaf Jansen. Olafjansen, I think. Olaf Jansen. Because they're going to try to hide the fact that Hollow Earth is real and all this stuff. When you look it up, if you just look on Hollow, they're going to say it's a fictional adventure based on a Vigo, whatever. No. Look, this dude sailed to inner Earth accidentally years ago. I think it was around like the 1800s or something, 1800s or early 1900s. He accidentally sailed too far, and he came up on Hollow Earth, and he ended up living with the inhabitants of inner Earth for I think around like a year or two, and you know they were pretty much like very very spiritual advanced beings and stuff. They have a bunch of advanced technology. They said their fruits and vegetables is like 100 times tastier, better. You know what I'm saying? Like the grapes were the size of oranges, because the beings that live in inner Earth are around like I think like 10 feet tall. Around there. More or less. Yeah, at least the people that met him on the ship when he sailed too far, or whatever, because they're pretty much they're spiritual, they're tapped in or whatever. So they sensed him coming and knew he was about to not be able to make it back to where he came from. So they kind of saved him and brought him to inner Earth, and he lived with them or whatever, and got to know all their ways and all this stuff. And when he tried to sail back home or whatever and tell the story, they told him, they advised him, hey, you probably shouldn't leave here. Now, you got to think they're more spiritual, they're more tapped in, they're telepathic, they're, clairvoyant. They can see the future. So they can see that, hey, when you leave here, sir, you're probably not going to be able to make it home. It's going to be very bad if you leave here. You know what I mean? But he still did anyway. He left after a year or two, and then a ship picked him up, because they sent him on his ship. They repaired his ship. His ship crashed or whatever, and they saved him initially when he pulled up. And then when they sent him back or whatever, his ship was, I think, crashed again, and he got rescued by some people, and he told the story. He was like, oh, I was living with giants and all this stuff, and they were like, pretty much, they locked him up because they said he was crazy. Back then they treated mental health very differently. They're like, oh, this dude's psycho, he's crazy, send him to jail. You know what I mean? He's trying to spread lies. So yeah, it's not a fictional story, because look, because they just came out and said, oh, they found an ocean underneath our oceans. They went like 400 miles below the Earth's surface, 400 miles, and then they came up on another ocean and stuff. See, hence the waves and all that stuff, whatever, and it's the regular ocean. So boom, and this is how Hollow Earth looks from the top of the pole. It's like I think a 200 to 400, 600 mile opening or whatever, and the Earth is hollow on the inside like that. You know what I mean? So he sailed in and went like that. And then when you went inside, all the vegetation was bigger, everything was huge or whatever. But yeah, 400 miles down, started seeing, animals that were extinct, dinosaurs and all this stuff or whatever. But so the 400 miles down, they said, oh, that ocean was 3 times larger than all our oceans put together. You know what I mean? That's because they discovered Hollow Earth. You know what I mean? And the book is called The Smoky God, because there's a sun on the inside of the Earth, an inner sun, and it's red, and the temperatures are constant, like 78 degrees, I think, and yeah, it rains from time to time, but that's pretty much like their climate. And yeah, but y'all go check this out. It's very interesting stuff. Go look in Olaf Jansen's, book or whatever, the Hollow Earth, Journey to Hollow Earth and all that stuff. Like, it gives you a very detailed description of all the stuff that he did when he was living with these giants and, these beings of inner Earth. Oh, and I forgot, the reason I'm telling y'all, because you ain't got to know if this is real or not. You guys are able to actually figure it out, because how do you take a journey to inner Earth, Hollow Earth yourself? It's one heart's meditation. sit down in meditation, leave your body, and travel with your astral body, and go there with your astral body, and they'll be waiting on you. Love y'all. Peace.